Okay, we'll start today's session. In previous session, we discussed about physical realizability, and we also discussed about design tree. Design tree is used to make an estimate of physical realizability. Okay, so what is the probability that a design is converted into a physical will be using that will be estimated using design tree or physical realizability estimation based on design tree. Okay, so design tree is employed to break a design problem into components, that is into solutions and sub problems. Okay, so that will give you an understanding of the problem. Okay, so in today's class we are going to solve a problem based on design tree. Okay, so the problem statement is design tree for evaluating physical realizability of inflatable bag as an automobile head-on collision protection device is given below. That is, the design tree is given in the problem itself that you can find in upcoming slide. If there are this problem is divided into three parts and there are solutions for each part. Okay, and this PD11 is one such solution, and this is the probability that this solution can be uh, can be executed or can be physically realizable. Okay, what is the probability that the solution D1 is physically realizable means that is 0.95, that is 95%. Similarly, what is the probability that or what is the physical realizability of solution D21 means that is 60% or 0.60. Similarly, this is physical realizability of solution D22 is 0.92. Physical realizability of solution D32 is 0.50, and there is a condition probability. So that is, if there is mutual dependency, then you are going to make use of this conditional probability. Okay, so that is also given. Calculate the index of physical realizability for the design concept. That means what is the overall physical realizability of a design concept. Okay, that you have to find out. That is the index of physical realizability for the design concept. Much first identify the product. Okay, so inflatable bag which is used as automobile head-on collision protection device. What is the general name used to identify this product? What is the general name? Okay, if you are driving a car and if there is an accident, so how protection of the driver will be ensured or
Airbag.
airbag. Okay, immediately airbag gets opened. Okay, this inflatable bag is nothing but airbag. Okay, so there are different types of inflatable bags and there are different applications. But here in this problem, inflatable bag which is used as automobile head-on collision. That means it is used for protection against accident or crash of an automobile. So that means it is the airbag used in car. The product is airbag used in car. Okay, so that product is divided into number of parts based on its functional requirements or based on the components used in airbag system. Okay, so that will be divided into number of parts, and again in order to achieve each functional requirement you may have one possible solution, two possible solution, or three possible solution. Okay, it depends. So given product is airbag used in car. Okay, how airbag works in modern cars, that you can understand by watching this video. Later I will share the link of this video. Okay, with the help of this video you can understand how airbag works. Usually when there is an accident, car will stop suddenly. So that means there will be sudden deceleration. Okay, if the car stops suddenly, there are some vibrations. Okay, so the sensor will detect that deceleration. Okay, then that will send a signal that will results in a chemical reaction inside the bag. Okay, because of the chemical reaction, so the bag gets opened and it will protect the driver or people sitting inside the car. Okay, this is the working principle. That means there will be a sensor when there is an accident. Then sensor will detect the possibility that an accident has occurred. Okay, that will be identified by the sensor, and that will send a signal which will result in a chemical reaction. Okay, between nitrogen and other chemicals, and then air get filled in the bag. Okay, and it will protect the driver like this. Okay, you can see the complete procedure by watching this video. Later I will share. Okay, this is the design tree given in the problem itself. Okay, need not worry, this is given in the problem itself. Okay, so design concept D, for this case design concept D is inflatable bag. Okay, this is the design concept D, and this design concept D is divided into three parts: Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, these are the three parts of the airbag system or inflatable bag system. The problem is divided into three parts: Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, if you want to solve D, what is the condition? Whether you need to solve all the three functional requirements, or if you are able to get only two functional requirement, is that sufficient? Okay, consider Q1 as sensor. Okay, it has to receive a signal, then it might be okay, the bag gets opened. So if these three are the functional requirements, so then is it required to solve all the three, or if you solve any one or two, is it that sufficient? What is the condition?
All the three should be solved.
Okay, all the three should be solved. Since these are the sub problems, in order to get solution for the overall problem, you have to solve all sub problems. So that means you have to solve Q1, Q2 and Q3. If any one among these three are not solved, you cannot solve the overall problem. So that means you have to solve all the three. And how we are going to relate solving these three using rule of probability that we discussed in the previous class. So that is related as P of Q1 and Q2 and Q3. Okay, so like that you are going to solve. Next, what is the how you are going to solve Q1? You have only one way, that is D11. So for Q2 you have two solutions. For Q3 you have two solutions. Okay, here since there is one solution, anyhow you have to solve it. Whereas in case of Q2, is it required to solve both, or if any one solution is sufficient, or you need both solutions? Okay, only one solution is sufficient. So since this is a sub problem, these are the choices. There are two options available. You are going to pick one option. So that means if you solve any one, that is sufficient. Here you are going to apply the probability such that P of D21 or D22. Okay, similarly here also, if you solve any one out of these two, you are able to successfully solve this problem Q3. Okay, so they have given the meaning of these functional requirements and the solutions. Okay, Q1 is instantaneous development. Okay, suddenly when there is an accident, the bag should develop. That means air should get filled inside the airbag. Next, source of air. Next, quick deflation. Okay, these are the three functional requirements. Okay, so this is old solution. Okay, it need not be the present solution. This was the old solution. Okay, our earlier designs, our earlier working principle of the inflatable bag. Okay, now technology has advanced, and now you have a different mechanism or different working principle for airbag. Okay, that you can see in that YouTube video. Okay, next, these are the three functional requirements: Q1, Q2 and we have to solve all these. 11 is this solution for subproblem Q1, that is mercury bulb deceleration actuated switch. Okay, this switch, or you can consider it as a signal. This signal will result in instantaneous development. Okay, that is the mercury bulb deceleration actuated switch. In modern airbag systems, it will be based on a sensor. Okay. Next, source of air. There are two possibilities: onboard compressor charging a reservoir. Okay, so now if you go for making use of compressor, it will become complicated. Okay, so now modern airbag systems will work on a reaction, chemical reaction between gases. Okay, and they will get expanded. Here in this given problem, okay, there are two possibilities for source of air: onboard compressor charging a reservoir. Okay, that means compressor will suck air from the atmosphere and pressure will be increased. Okay, and that will be delivered to the inflatable bag system. So if you use compressor. Okay, next, one shot pre-charged gas bottle. That means this gas will be delivered to the airbag or supplied to the airbag. Then that airbag will get expanded. Okay, that is another way. These are the two solutions for source of air. Okay, either you can use compressor or you can use gas bottle. Okay. Next, again, you are going to choose only one among these two. That is sufficient. Next, if you consider Q3, that is quick deflation. That means when there is an accident, immediately airbag should deflate. It should get opened. Okay. So for that, so there are two solutions. One is D31, a big exhaust port opened by a signal from D11. So we know there is a sensor. Okay, that sensor should detect what has happened and it should send signal to D31, so that it will result in quick deflation of the bag. So a big exhaust port opened by a signal from D11. So that means in order to operate this system, that is exhaust port, it requires a signal from D11. Okay, if it doesn't receive a signal from D11, it will not work. So that means D31 is dependent on D11. Okay, there is a mutual dependency between D31 and D11. Okay, if you want to solve D31, you have to solve D11 also. If there is no signal available from D11, then this D31 system cannot work. Okay, so that is given in the problem. Next, D32, natural elasticity of bag material. It doesn't depend on any other solution. Okay, it is an independent solution. That's why D32, natural elasticity of bag material. Okay, so this is given in the problem, and so you have to recall the probability rule. Okay, so we are going to make use of multiplication rule and addition rule. In multiplication rule, there are two conditions for dependent events and for independent events. Okay, for dependent events, so if P of A and B, okay, so again it depends on which is depending on which entity. Okay, so if A is dependent on B, then P of A by B into PB. Okay, so then B is dependent on A, then P of B by A into P of A. Okay, for independent events, we are going to multiply the probability values. Okay, addition rule, that is, if one solution is sufficient out of available, then you are going to make use of OR condition. Okay, so this is the equation. Next, to solve problem, this much is, so you have to find P, whereas these values are given in the problem itself. So this is given in the problem. Okay, now first we know in order to find out physical realizability of overall design concept, we have to solve these three sub problems, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so P of D, that is physical realizability of overall design concept, that is denoted by P of D, that is given by P of Q1 and Q2 and Q3. Why you are making use of AND is, so since you have to solve all the three, they are related using AND. Okay. So then by looking at the given details, we know all the three are independent. Okay, if there are all the three are independent, then so we can as P of Q1 of Q2 into P of Q3 if they are independent. So this is the rule which we are going to apply. Okay, if they are dependent, we are going to make use of this. Since Q1, Q2 and Q3 are independent, so we use this. Okay. Next, if you know the value of P of Q1, P of Q2 and P of Q3, directly you can substitute and you can get the answer. Okay. Here, so they have not given the values. Instead, they have given the values or the physical realizability estimate of solutions that is given in the problem. Okay. Next, if you want to find out P of Q1, that is depending on only one solution. Okay, and you know the physical realizability of D11. That's why. So P of Q1 is same as P of D1. Since only one solution is available, you can solve by using only one option. Okay, that's why it will be equal to P of D11. Same. Okay, so next you have to find out physical realizability of subproblem Q2. Okay, so you are using again for subproblem Q2 there are two solutions, D21 and D22. Okay, in order to solve this subproblem Q2, if you solve D21 or D22, that is sufficient. Only one, solving one out of two is sufficient. That's why it is related as OR. Okay, since one solution is sufficient for this subproblem. Next, whether D21 and D22 are independent or dependent, that you have to identify. Okay, by looking at the given details. So these two are independent. Okay, if these two are independent, then so you have to write like this. So since it is a addition rule, okay, so we are not worried about dependency also. Since P21 or P22, okay, so we are going to write equation like this. Okay, next, you know the values of PD of 21, that is 0.6, PD of 22, that is 0.92. Okay, here you are going to worry about whether they are dependent or independent. And since it is by AND, okay, so in this case, these two are independent. Okay, if these two are independent, then since D21 and D22 are independent, you are going to make use of this equation. Okay, then you can substitute the values. Okay, so then P of Q2 will be equal to P of D21, then P of D22. Okay, you are substituting this equation here. P of D21 and D22. If they are independent, for this case they are independent. The reason is if you look at this, okay, so D21 and D22 they are not related, they are separate solutions. Okay, next you are going to substitute the values and you will get this answer 0.968. This is the physical realizability of the subsolution Q2. Okay. Next, similarly, you have to find physical realizability of the subsolution Q3. This one you have to find out. Okay, physical realizability of Q3. Again, for Q3 there are two solutions. You have to solve any one to successfully solve this subproblem Q3. So that means P of Q3 is equal to P of D31 or D32. Next, similarly, you can write equation by using probability rule. Then you know the value of P32, you can directly substitute, but you don't know the value of P of D31. So condition probability is given, but you don't know the value of PD31, that you have to find out. Okay, so next, as we know, D31, okay, is dependent on D11. Okay, so if you want to solve D31, that depends on how successfully you are going to solve D11. Okay, a big exhaust port opened by a signal from D11. So that's why you are going to make use of this condition. You can say P D31 is equal to P of D31 and D11. The reason is D31 depends on D11. That means for it, if the system has to work, it has to get signal from D11. Okay, D31 is dependent on D11. So that's why in order to solve or in order to get physical realizability of D31, we have to get the physical realizability of D11 also, and these two are, if both these are solved, then you are going to get this estimation of physical realizability for D31. That's why P D31 will be equal to P of D31 by D11. Okay, so into P D11. So you know the value of P of D11, that is physical realizability of solution D11, that is given, and this condition probability is also given in the problem. Okay, so substitute and get the value for PD31. Okay, you are going to get 0.903. Okay, so round it to 2 decimal positions. You are going to get 0.90. Okay, so since D31 and D32 are independent, okay, so P of D31 and D32, okay, so they are related like this. So here D31 is dependent on D11, whereas D31 is not dependent on D32. These two are independent, whereas D31 and D11 are dependent. Okay, since these two are independent, you are using this relation. Next, so P of Q3, so that will be equal to this relation. Okay, you can substitute the values. You know P of D31 0.9, then P of D32 0.5. Okay, 31. Substitute the values, you will get this answer. Okay, next we have to find out the overall physical realizability of the overall design concept, that is given by P of D. Okay, so that is given by P of Q1 into Q2 into Q3. Substitute the values. You know the value of P of Q3 and you know the value of P of Q1 and Q2. Substitute and get the final answer. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask. Okay, if you have not understood also, you can go through the procedure from the beginning, then you will understand it. So another doubt is idರಲ್ಲಿ? Okay, what you should remember is, in order to get the physical realizability of overall design concept, you have to get physical realizability of these three sub-problems. Okay, if you get the value of PQ1, P of Q2, P of Q3, then you can find out the value of P of D. Then P of Q1 depends on the value of P of D1, Q2 depends on these two values, Q3 depends on these two values, and some solutions may be interdependent. Okay, if they are interdependent, you have to use the condition of interdependency. Okay. go through from the beginning of design tree. Okay, so you will understand. So after this class, I will share the PPT. Okay, once again go through the problem. If you have any doubts, we can discuss in next class. Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding this problem, so next class you can raise the doubt and I will clarify. Okay, next, economic and financial feasibility. Okay, what is the difference between economic feasibility and financial feasibility? Or first, what do you mean by economic feasibility? Hmm? What do you mean by economic feasibility? Krishna Vaidya.
Is it worth doing? Like,
Okay, is it worth doing it? So that means if you produce any product, the actual intention of any company is to earn profit. Okay, your product may be very innovative, so it may be very new to the market. Okay, very new, very innovative. But if the manufacturer doesn't get profit, that doesn't make sense to produce that product and to release that product into market. No company will sell any product to get loss. Okay, so to make loss, no one will sell any product. Okay, so basically all products will be marketed to earn profit. Okay, so that is the economic feasibility. Are you able to earn profit by manufacturing a product? Okay, or by converting a design concept into a product and then by selling that product, are you able to earn profit? Question will be addressed by economic feasibility. Okay, next, what do you mean by financial feasibility?
how can we arrange the money for production?
Okay, so how we are going to make an arrangement for investment? Okay, you may have very good business idea, you may have very good business model. Okay, suppose you want 100 crores to start your own company. Okay, how will you arrange for this 100 crores? What are the sources from where you will get 100 crore money? Okay, start typing your answer. So you want to start your own company, you want 100 crores. How will you get investment? What are the ways in which you can get investment? So start typing your answer.
Bank loan.
Bank loan. Type madadane.
Share.
Okay, so you are identifying some of the sources. Okay, in engineering economics also we have discussed. Okay, what are the possible ways you can make arrangements for capital? That means initial investment required to start any business. Okay, there are different ways. One major source is loan from bank or any other financial institutions. Okay, loan from bank is the major source to start any business. Now you know the problems in banking sector. Okay, what are the problems in banking sector? You can answer by using your mic.
We need to submit the proof.
Okay, you need to submit the proof, documents. It is difficult to get loan from bank. if you don't have enough property, okay, usually it is difficult. Then high interest rates, okay, if you are not able to earn profit, your loan amount will increase, there will be okay, compound interest will be added, so then you will be in trouble. Okay, other than that also ಹೇಳಿ.
ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅಲಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೋನ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Okay, then large amount of NPA, that is non-performing asset, left in bank may cause in rejection and loan. Okay, now we are facing a lot of problems in banking sector. Okay, recently which is the bank which is in trouble now, right now?
Lakshmi Bank.
Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Okay, before Lakshmi Vilas Bank, which was the bank in trouble? Before
Yes
this
Bank.
Yes Bank. Before Yes Bank?
Punjab National Bank.
Punjab National Bank. Okay, before Punjab National Bank?
Vijaya Bank Corporation.
Okay, so they were not in problem, but they were merged with other banks. That is a different approach. Okay, before that, even ICICI Bank was in news. What was the reason? For what reason ICICI Bank was in news few years before? Okay, so there was a very famous CEO of ICICI Bank. Now she is in
Chandana Kochhar.
Chandra Kochhar. Now she is facing some cases, okay, legal issues. Again, she also committed fraud. So that means there are many problems in the banking sector. It may be NPA, or it may be mismanagement, it may be fraud committed by all stakeholders, like people who took loan, who gave loan, and even government. So everyone has a role to play in this crisis. Okay, now if the banking sector is in trouble like this, how does it will affect you as a businessman? How it will be having an impact on you if you want to start your own business? The problem is, it is difficult to get loan from bank. Okay, because already many have taken loan, they are not repaying, and bank simply they don't issue loans now. They are worried about its repayment. Okay, so this is a problem. Okay, now who are the famous defaulters who took loan and now they are settled abroad?
Nirav Modi.
Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi. There are many businessmen. Okay, so financial feasibility is all about getting loan from bank and getting money from other resources. Okay, other than getting loan from banks, other resources are, as someone said, if you have property, you can sell that property and you can arrange money for capital, or you can borrow from your friends, your relatives. Okay, and you can also invest if you have some savings. If you have saved some money, you can invest. Okay, financial feasibility is all about arranging money for investment. Okay, even though you may have a very good idea and you may be confident that if I produce this product and if I sell it in market, I can earn this much interest or this much profit. You may be very confident, but a business start ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you cannot move further. Okay, that is the financial feasibility. Okay, first economic feasibility. In the preliminary selection of design concepts, it is essential that some estimate of costs and returns be made. Okay, so this we have studied in engineering economics. Okay, how to make these estimations. Only those concepts which appear to be economically worthwhile may be taken up for development. It should be noted that unless a concept is developed to a fairly advanced level, it is difficult to estimate the cost. Okay, next, financial feasibility is also an important requirement of a design may be physically realizable and of great economic worth, but it may never take off because of lack of resources needed to put up the plant. Only those projects which appear to have a reasonable chance of physical realization and economic and financial feasibility should be taken up for development. Okay. So I will share these two YouTube links where you can understand NPR, crisis in the banking sector. Okay, what are the solutions that you can understand by watching this video. And there is another very interesting video related to recently Reliance has bought some of the startups in retail sector. Okay, so there is a video related to that because of some startups. Okay, so they failed to survive because of not getting enough financial support. Okay, because of not lack of investors. Okay, so they were in trouble and Reliance bought them. So that also you can see. These two links I will share later. Okay, quality of design I will continue in next class. Okay, if you have any questions you can ask. Otherwise I will wind up this class.